Welcome to my Week 4 battle of the VDL. This week, the Indianapolis Infernapes are taking on Ramperdos, coach of the Lazzarellas. Ramp is a good friend of mine, but I have yet to play him in an official match. We did not play it all Season 2, and he ended up winning the whole thing, so it's going to be a pretty interesting fight this time. I'm on a little bit of a win streak here, and I'd hope to continue, but he has a very threatening electric terrain team, so let's take a look at his team and my team, and then we'll get into it. His team consists of Iron Valiant, Toxapex, Landorus, Cyclizar, Iron Boulder, Chestnut, Iron Jugulus, Pincurchin, Earthworm, Typhlosion, and Cryogonal, with his Terras being Typhlosion with Fire, Fairy, and Grass, and Chestnut with Grass, Fairy, and Steel. Unfortunately, this is my second time playing Cryogonal this season, which shuts down Iron Bundle because the coach that I played in Week 1, King Dozo, actually dropped out of the league, and the replacement coach got rid of Cryogonal, so Ramperdos picked it up. I'm going to assume just for me because it's such a good bundle answer, but let's take a look at my team and we'll get into the battle here. So first up, I'm bringing Iron Bundle with the heavy-duty boots because they have a lot of hazard setters, whether it's Stealth Rocks or Spikes. Enough speed to outspeed Iron Boulder. If it's Choice Scarf, I won't outspeed, especially if like they have the Pincurchin up, that won't matter, but I'll outspeed it otherwise if it's not Choice Scarf. Rocking a very standard moveset, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry is there for Toxapex, and then Flip Turn is just to get on out against the Cryogonal because that's definitely going to come this week against me. It doesn't have the greatest matchup into my team overall, but it matches up into Iron Bundle very well. Bringing Assault Vest, Hisuian, Gudra, enough special attack to be able to OHKO a max HP Earthworm with Fire Blast. Heavy Slam does a ton to Iron Valiant and Cryogonal. Fun fact, Cryogonal weighs like 300 pounds, so Ironhead is technically a little bit stronger than Heavy Slam, but Heavy Slam was better against Valiant, so that's why I went with it. Earthquake is to hit the Toxapex, and then Ice Beam is just in case Landorus comes, or for the Iron Jugulus. Salazzle looked really good this week. I have Toxic Protect because it looks really good against things like Toxapex, Chestnut, or Cryogonal, and then Flamethrower and Sludge Wave is dual stab, hits almost everything. It just doesn't hit Toxapex or Iron Boulder. Iron Boulder is a bit concerning, but if I can get a Toxic off on Toxapex with my corrosion ability, that is absolutely fantastic. I originally had Sludge Bomb over Sludge Wave just for poison chance, but I remembered that Chestnut gets bulletproof, and I was not trying to have that come in for free against a Sludge Bomb. Bringing another Choice Scarf Annihilate. I brought this last week, but it looked really good this week, and I really didn't need too much speed. I have enough on there to outspeed Boulder if it doesn't have a Quark Drive boost. Close Combat, Rage Fist, Earthquake, and U-Turn just does a ton of damage to his team. He really struggles to switch into this thing. He can't use Landorus against it. With my Defiant ability, I'll actually get an attack raise instead of the Intimidate lowering my stats. Bring in Doxbun to Wish Pass here. I have enough special defense on there to be able to take 3 Moonblasts from Iron Valiant. Body Press just does damage, and then Roar is because I have Spikes on my final Pokemon, which is Colossal. Rockin' Fire Punch, Earthquake, Spikes, and Rapid Spin. I went with Fire Punch over like Flamethrower because it does a ton to Cryogonal, and actually this is how I found out Cryogonal weighs so much, because I had Heat Crash originally and I realized Fire Punch was just stronger, which is absolutely crazy. You would not expect Cryogonal to weigh 300 pounds. But yeah, that is the team. If you enjoy the battle, drop a like, subscribe. Wish me the best of luck. Alright, here we are with the battle. My opponent brings Chestnut, Iron Valiant, Toxapex, Cryogonal, Landorus, which I really honestly didn't expect to come since Annihilate is here, but cool. And Iron Boulder. No Pincurchin actually kind of surprises me a little bit, but it makes sense because he doesn't want to boost my bundle for free either, so I can understand that. I'm going to immediately lead Colossal and Terra Water because that just looks so strong in this matchup, and I'm going to get a Spike up. Their only form of hazard removal is Cryogonal. And Colossal threatens that very well, and I'm not too scared of Freeze Dries, especially with Doxbun being able to wish me back up. So I'm just going to Terra Water immediately and go for a Spike against this. Might Earthquake just off rip, which would do a decent amount, nothing too crazy, or could just U-turn out. I am Flame Body, so if it U-turns, it is risking a burn on me, which would be really cool if I got that right off the start. Alright, we get the Terra Water off, and he taunts. Okay, good play there by him. I was not expecting that to come out. I think Doxbun is just relatively free here. I say that, but this thing just showed me taunt, so maybe that isn't the play. Fire Punch here would do very, very little, like not even worth clicking little. So I don't think that's the play. Ooh, this is already interesting. What is, like, Annihilate taking from this thing if it's got, like, max attack? Earthquake is doing quite a lot of damage to Annihilate there, so Annihilate's not the switch, and even if I wanted to get just a free Rage Fist boost, so I think my safest play here is just going to be clicking Fire Punch against this thing. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a burn. That'd be kind of crazy. Alright, we don't do that much, so he gets the rocks up. I'm just going to immediately get rid of those. He has no ghost type, so this is free, and I don't want those on my side of the field. I do have multiple, like, 4 heavy-duty boots users, because of the amount of hazards he has on this team, so I don't want to be taking that damage, especially if, like, starts knocking off my heavy-duty boots on some of my members. Okay, we see Toxapex come out here. We're just, like I said, going to remove those hazards. It is a Rocky Helmet Toxapex, so he's really just trying to get little chip damages when he can. We might see a Toxic come out here. I want to see what this can do if it has, like, Liquidation to Salazzle, because that could actually, like, hurt a little bit. Ooh, Surf does quite a lot of damage. Man, I got all this bulk on my team and nothing wants to take hits. Crazy. Alright, I wanted to go Salazzle because I don't want to get poisoned here from a Toxic. I could also just go Goodra on this, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's just free, so yeah, I'm gonna go into Goodra here on this Toxapex. Alright, and it looks like he is going to trap us in here. I'm not sure if that was intended for Goodra or not. Let me see how much this Earthquake is going to do to you, sir. Depends, obviously, on investment, but it's going to do about 25%, give or take. We'll see here for sure. With this being Rocky Helmet, I'm going to assume that it's like a max defense one, though, which, if it is, we're still doing about 25%, so Lando comes out here. I do have Ice Beam for this, but I almost guarantee that I do not take an Earthquake from this. Which, he doesn't know my set, though. That's the thing. So, I could very well be Shookaberry, but yeah, his Earthquake always kills me here, like, 100%. Do I want to go out into Darkspun, or do I want to go out into Colossal here? Darkspun is never... Well, okay, wait, that's if it's Jolly. Darkspun can be faster than this Landorus in some scenarios, but I want to assume that he put some speed investment onto it. So, who takes this hit better, I guess, is the best question. Does Darkspun take it, or does Colossal with Terra Water? It looks like Colossal takes it better. Neither Pokemon can really do much in return to this, so I guess we'll just go Colossal here. Yeah, it didn't do as much as I would have thought it would. Now, I don't think that he Earthquakes here. If anything, he's going to click Taunt. I kind of want to go out into Iron Bundle on this and just click Freeze Dry on Toxapex. Or, well, I wouldn't even want to click Freeze Dry. I would just want to click Flip Turn to get on out. Yeah, because I would do about half. So I'm going to make a aggressive play into Iron Bundle here. As he taunts. Okay, perfect. I was expecting that or a switch out, so I'm just going to Flip Turn on a Cryogonal coming out here, which Flip Turn, it does about 20%, so we'll get a little bit of chip on the Cryogonal, which is what we want. And if this Landorus stays in, we're also doing about 25% to it, and I'll be able to find out if it's like physically defensive, if it's offensive, or what. Goes on to Toxapex. All right. I did not expect that. I expected Cryogonal, but that is fine. I think now is my best chance to go out into Salazzle here and get a Toxic off. He's not going to let this get Toxic, but something is going to get Toxic, so we can't miss it here. Toxic is 100% accurate for poison types, and if he lets me get it off on this Toxapex, that is absolutely fantastic. Best case scenario, but I really doubt he lets that happen. Okay, so we get the Toxic off. He does a ton in return with Surf, but I'm going to protect here. He might predict that and switch out into something. I could also try to go out into maybe Darkspun here and try to get a Wish off for either this or the Colossal, and I think that's better because I just don't see a world in where he doesn't think I protect. Okay, so I could have gotten one off there, but that's fine because I'm going to get a Wish off here and possibly be able to pass that to something. We'll be able to find out here shortly. All right, we see Lando come out, so this is a free pass into Colossal here. Even if he taunts me, that's fine. At least I'll get this thing back up to really healthy. So, and we're slowly weakening the team. Getting a Toxic off on Toxapex, I mean, is fantastic. I didn't think that I would get the opportunity to do that. So they just get their Stealth Rocks up here. That did not heal me as much as I thought. Jeez, Colossal, you got a huge HP stat. Man. Why is Doxbun so low, actually? Jeez. Everything's got more HP than it. That's fine. I'm rapid spinning. I don't care. I don't want Stealth Rocks up. Get a little bit more chip damage. And honestly, I wonder if I can... I have 2 hits off on this thing now from Colossal. That might be enough information for me to figure out what kind of set this is. So it's looking like this is a max defense Landorus. It could possibly not have a plus nature, but it has to have max HP, max defense to take my Fire Punch the way that it did earlier. Or was I intimidated? I was intimidated, wasn't I? Okay, so if I was intimidated, this has no bulk. Like, I don't even think it can have max HP. Yeah, okay, so this has no bulk. Wow, that changed real quick. It's fine, though. I'm going to go for another Fire Punch here and maybe get a burn off. That's why I keep clicking this on the off chance I can, maybe get a burn. But not getting it, and I'm just going to rapid spin again. If he goes Toxapex, that's totally fine because it's just racking up a little bit of extra damage. So, all right, and now my taunt has ended. So now this could infestate, but it can't stall me out now that it's toxic, so I'm going to start setting up my spikes. I think I'm in the better position here, because Infestation, yeah, is annoying, will do some damage, but ultimately, if I'm able to get these hazards up and it's on a timer, I'm doing pretty good, because this Toxapex is very annoying for me to break through. And I think he realizes that and goes right out into Iron Boulder here. We don't see a booster energy, so this could be choiced. Possibly, it could be a Swords Dance set, and honestly, I want to see how much I'm taking from this, because I'm very physically defensive, so Mighty Cleave is only going to do about 40% from a Choice Banded set, and Earthquake does almost half in return, so I'm going to get a huge hit off on this thing, and who knows, I might even get a burn with my Flame Body. Don't get anything there, and I do a little under half. I think that's a low roll that I got there with Earthquake. Yeah, so that's a lower end roll, but I do have a chance to knock this out here, and that Mighty Cleave did a lot less, so it's definitely not choice banded. I'm honestly not sure what this thing's item could be off the top of my head, but it's definitely max attack, so I'm going to just click Earthquake here again. They could go out into Landorus or Cryogonal. That's definitely a possibility, and I could even just Spike again, or I could also Fire Punch predicting one of those two. I honestly think predicting isn't like too risky here, so I'm going to click Fire Punch possibly. I don't think that he wants to let this Iron Boulder go down, especially after seeing how little that Mighty Cleave just did to me. And he goes out into Landorus here, so let's see how much this does. It does a little bit. I'm not getting lucky with these burns here though, man. I'm bitching about RNG for a 10%. I shouldn't be. I don't want to say I rely on it, but I hope for it too much. I think we just go out into Doxbun on this. He's gonna taunt, right? I would imagine. And I don't 2-hit KO with Fire Punch here, so Doxbun really doesn't do much for me if it's taunted. Do I KO this yet with Annihilate? Let's find out. Not quite, but if I take an attack, my Rage Fit gets boosted, and then I'll do a ton with that. So I'm going to go out into my Annihilate here. Earthquake me. Yes, let's go. That does a ton of damage, but I'm not worried because now I can just click Rage Fist here. I'm guaranteed faster than this because I've seen it switch up moves. And all right, we knocked this out. Awesome. He will know I'm Choice Scarf now, though, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think that Annihilate can ever be faster than Landorus at max speed. So if he was max speed, which I assume he was, he'll know I'm Scarf. The way that this came out so quickly is giving me the impression that it's Choice Scarfed. I'm going to go out into Doxbun here. Doxbun can take 2, and I'll be able to pass a Wish to Colossal, who just looks so great right now in this matchup if I'm able to get my other 2 layers of spikes up. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen Cryogonal come out and try to rapid spin. It is only 1 layer, but he was so determined to prevent the spikes from getting up. I'm surprised he's not trying to remove them right away. All right, so that Psycho Cut, okay, that does a good amount here. Not able to 2-hit KO me though, so I get a Wish up here, and I'm probably just gonna heal up this Doxbun. depending. If he switches here, I'll pass it, but if he attacks me here, I'm gonna have to let Doxbun like get the wish up and heal up here. We'll see what he goes for. I don't really know what he would want to switch out into on this though. Yeah, he just stays in here, so gonna protect here and make sure we just get healed up. So I'm gonna almost guarantee, I mean, like, I know that this is a Choice Scarf Iron Boulder at this point. I almost brought Choice Scarf Bundle, but I thought the boots just worked better. Let's see if I can knock this out with a body press. I don't think it's in range yet. I'm pretty sure that it's still, yeah, it's still a little bit too healthy, so we're just gonna wish again here. And we'll be up to almost full, so I can at least attack this once, or I could also just go out into Colossal, or even Gudra, I think is gonna just eat these hits up at this point, because I know that it can't like switch up and click close combat on me. Yeah, Psycho Cut only does 14 to 17% to Gudra, so I just have a free switch in right out into that right now on this. Yep, so that's a max roll, so, and I am able to knock this out with Earthquake. I also can just knock it out with Heavy Slam, but Earthquake hits more. I'm not worried about Cryogonal coming out here. If it does, I just follow up by going for a Heavy Slam. Not a big deal. It can't do much to me in return. Ice Beam isn't really that strong, especially since I have an Assault Vest. Alright, so Chestnut comes out here. Alright, he ate that up, but I don't think that he can. I don't even know if this gets like a ground move. Let me look. I assume that it gets Earthquake. Okay, it does. So I don't want to just go right out into Salazzle on this. I think going Doxbun and then like Wish Passing is probably my best play. Possibly out into like Annihilate or something like that. Salazzle. If he goes for Iron Defense here, I'll be able to roar him out. And he just goes for Body Press. So I'm going to throw up a Wish here, and as I said, if he decides to start going for Iron Defenses and getting all bulky, I'll just phase him out with Roar. That's part of the reason I brought it. Other reason was for just racking up spike damage, which I would like to get another layer up here ideally soon. Okay, Leech Seed, that was another possibility that I was expecting here. I have Sap Zipper on Gudra, so that is a possibility, but I think just going Annihilate is pretty free here. I don't know how much I'm going to do in return. Actually, I wonder what a Sludge Wave from Salazzle does to this thing. Okay, so Salazzle does about 80%, roughly 75 to 88 with a Sludge Wave. It's just, I don't know if I'm freely able to pass that right now. And I kind of want to pass to Annihilate as well. I don't think anything that this could go for will knock out Annihilate, so I'm going to pass the Wish to him. As he just sets up a layer of spikes, that's totally fine with me. And let me see what kind of damage that I'm going to do here to this. Rage Fist is 100 base power here. And it's honestly not doing as much as I would have thought. I mean, this is a max defense, I'm assuming. Chestnut, I'm going to click Rage Fist, though. We'll do about 30-ish%. Ooh, okay. Bulkier than I thought. Has Terra Blast as well. Good to know. I'm going to go out into Colossal and attempt to get my other 2 layers of spikes up here. Oh, yeah, that does nothing to me. We are getting a little bit weakened, but that's all right. I'm going to set up another layer of spikes, and if they go for... Or actually, they're probably faster than me. I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin this first turn, assuming they go for a Leech Seed on me, because Leech Seed just kind of makes sense, and then I'll be able to get a little bit faster because I'll get that speed boost, so that maybe I'm able to get a layer of spikes up first, or if something else comes out, I'll possibly be able to get something up. But I think that Leech Seed just makes the most sense here. I'll also be able to get rid of this spike that is going to pressure Annihilate a little bit more that I don't want up. As they just go out into Toxapex here, I'm going to go and try to get a Wish off with my Doxbun so that I can pass it. Well, first heal itself up and then pass one to Colossal here. Team's getting a little bit weakened. I'm not a fan. This is fine. I'm not worried about Infestation. Surf into the Infestation. Geez, damage might be able to kill me, but I'll be able to just get this Wish off on something else, so not a huge deal. This thing being poisoned is still so great for me, and it's going to take 18% this turn, so I don't necessarily think he wants to stay in. Alright, we see Chestnut come out, and I'm just going to heal up myself here. He'll probably go for a Spike. Yeah, makes sense, because me going for Protect was fairly obvious there, I'd like to say. So let's get up another one here, and then we'll just pass it right out into Colossal here. Won't be able to KO me. I won't take spike damage. Awesome. I'm going to get up another layer myself here. I want them to be taking more damage upon switch in. So let's just get up another layer here. I'll be able to rapid spin after, and if not, I'll be able to switch around. Plus, like, the spikes are only really hurting Annihilate. Like, Goodra doesn't want to take the damage, but I need them gone so that Annihilate doesn't die here. So, alright, that's another layer, and I could just get up the third one here, which would really be nice on an Infestation. Or I can just go back out into Dockspun, wish up again, and continue this. I like that. We're gonna go Dockspun. Okay, he just Baneful Bunkers. Trying to get a poison off maybe on a rapid spin. I'm gonna wish, continue to heal up the team. Dockspun's doing a great job. Alright, yeah, so we're just gonna keep going in this little cycle here. Can I pass out and pass one into Salazzle here? I kind of think I can. I haven't seen this. I know this thing's full moveset, so yeah, we're just gonna pass into Salazzle here. It's the best opportunity. Whew, that does a lot. That did a lot more than I thought it was going to do. But I'm going to Sludge Wave here. This does a ton to this. If they go Toxapex, it's going to take Spikes damage. I'm going to Protect once. So Sludge Wave is just really good here. I could Toxic, but I think Toxapex probably comes out here. Yep, it does. So we'll get a little bit of chip damage off, and then just Protect here to take more damage, make it take more damage. I mean, I just got off working all night, so if this commentary is not good, I apologize. So tired right now. So is he, as you can see in the chat. All right, let's bring Dockspun back out and try, or I can go out into Colossal here, but I'd like to get one more wish off into Colossal, so we'll go Dockspun first here, as he just goes to trap me in here. If I really want to, I can Roar and start to get some chip damage off with these spikes, which isn't the worst idea. I'm going to click Roar here. Ooh, Cryogonal comes out. Nope. Are you booster? No, no booster on you. All right, I'm going to go for Wish here. Cryogonal was probably going to try to spin, but we're not letting that happen. Not right now. We like these spikes. Oh, and we just go down to that. Okay, so this is Choice Specs. That's the only way that I think I died to that. I'm pretty sure I had Dockspun calced to be able to take those from Iron Valiant. So let me make sure, but I am pretty certain that that is Specs damage there. That's 100% a Choice Specs set. So now I know. How much is it going to do to Salazzle? Nothing. It does nothing. And Toxapex is not in a position to come in here. Salazzle is so free. We go for Sludge Wave. If Toxapex comes in, it's going to die to 2 moves plus spikes plus poison. Actually, is this post-regenerator health? I don't remember. I think that's post-regenerator health. Nope, it wasn't. I lied. I indeed lied. I'm going to assume this has Protect as its last, or Recover as its last move. It's the only thing that makes sense. Unfortunately now, though, I don't have my healer, so I can't, heal up my team. And I need this Annihilate to be alive for this Cryogonal. So this got a bit more interesting with that Valiant being Specs. But at least I know now what it is, so that kind of that helps me a little bit. But Colossal's health is very important at this point. I can't let it get too weakened, especially because I know that that is a Choice Scarf boulder, which can clean up my team. Okay, what do we want to do here? I think Iron Bundle is a pretty good switch in here, and we'll be able to see what this wants to go for. So let's go out into Iron Bundle against this. It might not have Recover on this Toxapex. We're just going to switch out into Bundle here. The Toxapex can't do too much in return to Bundle, and everything else I can just flip turn out on. Besides the Boulder. Boulder is, like I said, still very concerning. As he actually goes out into that Boulder. Fantastic. Not really, but, you know. I'm going to go right on out into Colossal here. And, okay, we get a Flame Body. Let's go. I am going to just Rapid Spin here and get rid of these spikes so that Annihilate can have an opportunity to come back in. Because at least if there's 1 layer of spikes, I can still switch in. 2, though, will kill me. So... Oh, and we're actually able to take another Mighty Cleave, after that one. So I'm going to get my last layer of spikes up, and he's going to go down to burn. Cryogonal could come out. If it does, I don't know if I want to risk going straight on into Annihilate to potentially save my Stealth Rocks, or my spikes, I mean. So, do I want... I think I can't really switch out a Colossal here. I have to just take this hit. I could go Gudra, actually. How much is Gudra taking from a Mighty Cleave from this Iron Boulder? Oh, I'm not even taking like 10%. And I think that Gudra being out on the field when this goes down is better than Colossal being out on the field. So I'm going to go out into Gudra here because it's able to stop the Cryogonal. And we have this Choice Specs Iron Valiant come out. So he's trying to preserve. I mean, preserve is in rough terms because he's going to... I have spikes up, but... Moonblast does not do enough. What about Aura Sphere? Aura Sphere does a lot, and if he has, like, even though he's specs, if he has random close combat, that's also concerning. Random close combat is honestly the most concerning out of all this. But I think I can just go Salazzle here. Salazzle is pretty free. Salazzle can live any hit that's not Shadow Ball. Okay, so he goes out, sacks that. I like that, you know, because it makes me not keep Gudra in, because Gudra was not good for Cryogonal, but neither really is Salazzle. I think Salazzle is honestly one of the better things I would like to be out here. We see Toxapex, and I'm just going to let a turn of poison rack up. I don't really necessarily want to switch anything in here. I want to keep at least an opportunity, maybe, to get that last spike up with Colossal. So I'm going to protect here. Okay, and we see Recover is the last move. I'm going to go out into Iron Bundle here. Iron Bundle does not care about this Toxapex at all, and it's still like so walled by Cryogonal that I don't see how much use it really has here. I'm going to click Freeze Dry here because last time he switched out. If Cryogonal comes out, okay, so he does that. That's fine. Now, do I flip turn here on a switch? Because I'm pretty sure Freeze Dry from this Iron Bundle is going to kill Toxapex here. Oh, yeah. It depends. If it's fully Fizz-Dev like I think it is, I have a really good chance to knock it out with Freeze Dry. I'm going to flip turn. I don't think he stays in here. 25% toxic damage is insane. He does not want to take that. So we'll get some switch initiative here. Okay, stays in, so we take more chip damage. That's all right, though. It's not like the end of the world. And I'm just going to go Colossal here then. All right, we see Recover. Definitely going to switch out now, though. Has to switch out now. We're going to get this last layer spike up so that things are taking the most possible damage when they come out. All right, Cryogonal does come out here. We will drop to a Freeze Dry, but he does not want to take a Fire Punch either. So, and he has to be worried about me going out into Annihilate as well, because Annihilate, he knows it's Choice Scarf, so it's not. I don't think it's as easy as just clicking Rapid Spin here. Exactly. So that goes down. Does Annihilate KO this with my 100 base power Rage Fist? Probably not, but if it does, we can go out into that. The problem is I only get one more attack with... I only can click one move here, because if he goes out, which I assume he's always going to go out into this Toxapex, I will die. I just don't take... I don't take that Rocky Helmet damage. I think that that's all right, though. I don't think I need Annihilate around anymore. I think I have the tools to remove this if Toxapex is gone, so I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to click Rage Fist. It does a ton to this Toxapex, especially with the spikes damage, and it does a ton to this. So I'm okay with letting this go down if he goes Toxapex, which I'm assuming he does. It makes the most sense. Yep, Toxapex comes out, and we do so much damage. I mean, this thing is not looking good at all. I don't want to go out into Iron Bundle here. I think I go Gudra. Gudra just is really good, and I just Earthquake here. If Cryogonal comes out, I can Heavy Slam. Or, well, okay, does Heavy Slam knock this out? I guess I should look that up. Because if I can just click Heavy Slam against this, which I can't. I unfortunately cannot. I have to click Earthquake. Oh, I know he's going to probably preserve this, though. That's the problem. It's fine. I don't have another option here. He also just can't, like, let this Cryogonal go down either. Like, going for Rapid Spin is very risky for him. I don't think he has a reason to keep this Toxapex around. He doesn't. No, okay. Iron Valiant is also still very scary. Like, I'm not out of the woods, but I'm not in a horrible position. Like, I don't hate my position. Salazzle outspeeds everything, and it does a lot of damage. I just have to get chip on that Cryogonal. We see this thing come out, and it's probably going to want to body press, I would assume. Iron Bundle is the least useful member, so we're going to sack Iron Bundle here on this body press, and then I'm going to go out into Salazzle, who threatens with a Sludge Wave here. If Cryogonal comes out, I can go for a Toxic against it. Yeah, I almost always KO with Sludge Wave here. There's like 3 rolls where I don't. If it's got no special defense, which I'm thinking it's max defense from the way it was taking some physical hits earlier. And with it having body press. Alright, we see Cryogonal, who just eats up those hits, but I can go out into Goodra now. This thing is not threatened by it, and then Heavy Slam is so free. That makes sense. Doesn't want those hazards up anymore. They're a huge pain in the butt for him. And now we just Heavy Slam this Cryogonal. Be able to 2-hit KO this. Chestnut could come out here. It takes about 25-ish%, so that is a little bit concerning. But I think Salazzle can still take 1 more body press from it. And if he tries to predict and go for Leech Seed, I am Sap Sipper on here, which he has not seen yet. I could, for all he knows, I could be Shell Armor, so... Alright, that Chestnut comes out, and now I have to decide what I think he's going to go for here, because if he goes for Body Press, I want to go out into Salazzle, but if he goes for Leech Seed, I want to stay in here. I think I have to go Salazzle. Salazzle just is the better play here. Now, I could Protect, or I could Toxic on the Cryogonal, but I think just clicking Sludge Wave and getting damage off is just a little bit better for me, because if he stays in, I'm going to Toxic. God, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't know what to click. I don't know if I should Sludge Wave or if I should Toxic, because Sludge Wave kills this, but if I Toxic, this dies and I lose. So, okay, I have to click Sludge Wave then. Alright, and I want to just go back out into Goodra now. I mean, that just makes sense. I don't want to try to over-predict here, and I'm constantly thinking about over-predicting. Okay, see, I was like, what can you hit me with? Good thing I didn't over-predict there. So, do I do more to this with Fire Blast, maybe, than I do with Heavy Slam? I do. Chestnut does not like Fire Blasts at all, but it's inaccurate. I'm going to just go for Heavy Slam. Okay, he stays in. Oh, and this just goes down. Interesting. Do I just win now? Do I just... Salazzle Sludge Wave twice? Unless he has Vacuum Wave, maybe. Oh, I lived! Goodra! You demon! I think that's GG. I think I just won. Yeah, I think Salazzle just takes this out now with Sludge Wave. Oh my goodness. That was so close. So incredibly close. Like, I mean, it's a 1-0. It's as close as it could have gotten here. The Sludge Wave, I'm pretty sure, always kills if he's max Spinef, which not that it matters right now. Oh my goodness. Whew. That was such a tight battle there. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm like speechless there. I was very concerned when Darkspun went down early on that I was going to lose that, and that endgame was very tight. I had to be very careful. I almost threw by clicking Toxic there, but it worked out. GG's to Ramp. I'm very glad that our first battle was so close. 72 turns is nothing to scoff at. I think this is the longest battle I've ever had. So huge GG's, dude. I mean, I'm so happy with this battle. Even if I would have lost, I was very happy with how this battle turned out. We both performed very, very well. But if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for week 5. Peace.